From the Pokemon Times Tower in Celadon City, this is WTPT Pokemon Radio. Welcome to another cantankerous episode of WTPT. My name's Joey.
I'm Casey.
And with us today, we have a special guest. Actually, our second time on the show, Steve from PIRN. Say hello.
Hello, everybody out there.
Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
What have you been doing in your spare time?
Well, I don't really have as much spare time as the last time you interviewed me because I have a job now. I was about to start it the last time you were here, so but I do still spend a lot of time on the station, update the playlist every week, try to rearrange the tracks every night so that the next day is a little bit different than the day before. And since today's Tuesday when we're recording this is the day of the week I go through the iTunes Music Store and depressingly know that no new cover versions or new Pokemon albums have come out, except maybe the occasional yet another version of Flying Without Wings.
Wow, interesting. So we brought Steve on the program today to talk with us about a very special Pokemon album.
Yes.
The 2.B.A Master album.
2.B.A.
Which is probably the original Pokemon music. It's
Yeah.
When did you start PIRN? Like directly after or something like that came out?
The station started in 2000, so
okay.
We've been on for over 8 years now. This album, 2.B.A Master, came out in summer of '99.
Right.
Now, this was the first one, right? At least the first American soundtrack that came out.
Yeah, although I think there is a single that has the Pokemon theme on it. It's actually on a 5-inch disc, but there's only 3 inches of CD there. I'm not sure if that was official or not, though, but it is the first full-length English Pokemon album.
Excellent. So before we go too deeply into our topic for later, I just wanted to quickly discuss a few news topics.
All right.
Something interesting has happened since we last recorded an episode.
Mm-hmm.
A little game called Pokemon Platinum version has been released in Japan. And apparently, it's become the fastest-selling DS game ever.
Yes, over almost 2 million on the first 2 days.
Almost 1 million in
the first 2 days, and it's already by now over 2 million, correct?
I didn't get the full number of what they sold so far, but yeah, it's probably something along those lines. But just to put that into perspective, Diamond and Pearl as a whole have sold a total of 5.5 million. Yeah. So for them to be able to do that in a couple of days is pretty impressive.
Yes, that's 1/5 of all sales of the previous one in 2 days. So
appropriately enough, Platinum has gone platinum.
Yes.
Yeah, true that.
There you go. I have to say, though, after looking at some of the videos since it's come out, you guys have heard me say before, I wasn't thinking of getting into it. It felt too much of a rehash to me. But now that I see some of the stuff, just the look of some of the stages, the look of some of the mini games, what they did with even contests kind of looks kind of cool now. I'm going to get this one as soon as I finish my Valkyrie profile and Final Fantasy Crisis Core, which I just got for my birthday last month.
Do we have any word on an American release date yet? I don't believe so, right?
No.
It'll probably be out next year or mid-next year or something, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. We have to wait a long time. But
that's why I'm glad I have a couple of games to beat first.
Exactly, me too. But, there's some really interesting features that could, potentially revolutionize our tournaments, especially because there are features in Platinum where you could record your battles, basically. Mm-hmm. So that'll make hosting tournaments a little bit easier because people have proof of what's going on.
Now we just have to find a way they could record it onto the computer or something like that.
They could use probably after they have it recorded onto the DS, they could probably just use webcams. And
that's true. Yes.
Maybe they'll make some software like that one day, which would be pretty cool. Capture software for the DS.
Yeah, everything just looks more
Diamond
fancier.
Pearl looks a little 3D, but this game is actually
like it was like I'd say like 2.5 D because it was like
this
just the
like
angle
2.75 D.
Yeah, like it was weird because it was like there was always those scenes in the other one where like maybe the camera would pan for like a scene and you'd see that there is a 3D model there, but now it's definitely like they're taking full advantage of this where you're flying through the sides and up the waterfalls and it's crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty nuts. And it looks like it's going to make for some interesting puzzles, to say the least.
Yes.
What else is there? Oh, yes. We spoke probably last week or a couple of weeks ago about a few silhouettes that were released in some promotional or teased about in some promotional literature for the new games. And it's been revealed that those are actually Rotom forms.
All of them are Rotom forms. It's Rotom in different possessions, like Rotom with a refrigerator, Rotom taking over your lawnmower, and Rotom taking over your cell phone.
Yeah, there's, I believe, 5 or so different forms. I forget if anyone knows exactly how to get those yet. I think it's supposed to be like you're supposed to get some item that lets you choose one form or something along those lines.
I gotcha. Or if I just want to keep... I wonder if it's like if it has to stay or just like... Is it going to be like... what's the DNA Pokemon again?
Deoxys?
Legendaries. Deoxys.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be like Deoxys where it's just like you could change him at will just by going to different items back and forth. Or will it just be like, yep, he's in this refrigerator. That's where he stays.
So, and each form has like a specific move that it's able to learn. Like the freezer form is able to learn Blizzard, for example.
Cool. I'd like a little more versatility with my Rotom. I was feeling like, most of my team, because, I do use like, the whole Ghost team. But like, since... I can only teach him. I would only teach him like a lightning move and then a ghost move like everyone else has. I would like to switch it up with something that I feel like that would be a big improvement for my team just to have that.
So wait, do any of you guys have any other Platinum news that you like to bring up?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Like I said, we'll find out more as time goes on.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, I have to apologize. Today we might have a little bit more background noise than usual. It's because one of my roommates is actually moving out and having like a bit of a going away fiesta that me and Casey will go to later. But yeah, it's a little bit noisy in here. And I'll have you know it's not Carrots that's moving.
Yes.
So.
The only other news thing I want to mention for the card game players is that there was... I guess if you play and it looks like the pre-release... Oh, yes, if you attend one of the pre-releases for the new set Stormfront, and this is making me quite jealous, they're giving away these card sleeves for the organized play, and it's got Dusk Noir on it, and I'm quite jealous of that because I love that, and they made a big deal about Dusk Noir being his card being revealed for the set. All of this makes me very, very jealous because me and the ghosts... And that would just be so perfect to have that.
Yeah, they've been giving away the sleeves at pre-releases since the original Diamond and Pearl sets. They've gone through various different giveaways. They used to give you... Well, first it used to be 4 additional packs at the end in addition to the 6 for the tournament. And now it's just 2. And they replaced those 2 packs. First of all, they tried doing deck boxes until one time they couldn't get them into the U.S. in time. And they supposedly destroyed all of them, but a few of them managed to escape. Then they went on to these little notebook things for a set or 2, and now they're doing sleeves.
Cool. Now, do you know how if these pre-releases, you could just go and walk up to one of them, or is it like just a special event somewhere?
Well, they're held throughout the world. If you want to look for one near you, they'll be held, I believe, the last weekend in October and the first weekend in November. You go to go-pokemon.com. And you look for, I'm not sure what the exact link you should be looking for is. I don't know if they have a schedule up just yet. Probably not. But most major cities in the U.S. should have one nearby.
I'll have to check out my Kings games.
Yeah, there are probably a couple in the New York City area. Probably one in Brooklyn, one in Manhattan, and one in North New Jersey.
Awesome.
Right. I suppose that should bring us to our... main topic of this evening.
Indeed it is.
Which, once again, is the 2.B.A. Master CD that was, as Steve had mentioned earlier, the first full-length English Pokemon album. And it has such wonderful songs as the Pokemon theme, which is the main track, and also the Poke Rap.
The whole thing in one big shot.
Team Rocket's Double Trouble song, On the Road to Viridian City.
My personal favorite.
Yes, and of course, To Be a Master.
And the Pokemon Dance remix.
The dance remix.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My least favorite on that track, on that list.
So, Steve, do you have any overall basic overview information that you might describe for us about this one?
Well, yeah, it was produced. I'm not sure exactly when they started writing it. I mean, some of the songs, if you see the original box art, it says there are 10 original songs. The 3 songs that had already been in the anime, of course, are the theme song, the Poke Rap, and Pikachu's Goodbye, The Time Has Come, which is interesting because the version on the CD is sung by a woman, whereas the one in the episode is actually sung by a man. So
interesting.
I guess they recorded 2 versions of it and ended up using one in the show and one on the CD or something like that. Otherwise, the other 10 tracks were new. Some of them were remade, well, not remade, but they were made into music videos that were shown on Kids
Later
WB
on,
at the end of the episode in the Pikachu's Jukebox section.
Right.
I forget which all of them were, but it was about 4 or 5 of them. Other than that, like I said, most of them were written by John Leffler, who also sings You Can Do It If You Really Try, the last track on the album. John Leffler, of course, has written much of the Pokemon music, and he does sing one other song. He sang the movie version of We Will Be Heroes from The Rise of Darkrai. So he's been around pretty much the entire duration of the Pokemon franchise.
Wow. I gotta say, though, my general opinion, most of these songs were just flat out about Pokemon stuff, Viridian City, To Be a Master, the Team Rocket. But there was 1 or 2. I'm not sure if there's more than one, but the Best Friends song, or I think that was the one where it's just a song, and if you didn't know it was Pokemon in advance, it was just you would never know. They don't ever allude to catching Pokemon, and that's kind of what I liked about some of these songs. Like some of them just were real songs. Then there was the Pokemon Dance Mix, was just them singing Pokemon over and over again and just saying the title of the show, which I didn't care for.
Well, actually, Pokemon Dance Mix, that's an interesting track because it's actually sung by Vicky Sue Robinson, who is probably best known for her disco hit Turn the Beat Around. She was a real one-hit wonder there. The reason it's called the Pokemon and then in parentheses Dance Mix is there's another version of it. It was never released really commercially. You can actually hear it, though, if you look up the old promotional VHS tape for Pokemon that came out in about 98. You can hear it in the background in one of the shots there. So there is a non-Dance Mix version of that song, but it was never commercially released.
I guess if they put the money in to have, Turn the Beat Around girl make this song, you might as well draw as much attention to it as you can and not give people an alternative.
Keep listening for more from this interview.
So at some point soon, we're going to basically release maybe a separate download for all of the interesting and creepy voicemails that we got from you.
This is Team Galactic!
It's funny because no one knew it was you either.
Yeah,
no
that
one
was
gets
great.
it. And I was speaking to some of the people on Skype and stuff, and when I told them it was you, they were like, "What?" I didn't know whether it was a Peekabell Chew or
We have the only cell phone Rotom in the world. It's just on a phone, it alters it. Just that.
Yeah,
I want to be a voice actor though.